it's Whitney. Welcome back to another video for the Use It or Lose It Spring Cleaning Challenge for the month of April 2018. I go live around 5 p.m. most days. Today it is 6 p.m. Pacific time. I just wrapped up let's see, how long have I, like a 4-hour string of meetings. So I apologize for running behind. That's why I've been saying lately around 5 p.m. So if you're ever waiting for me to go live, the best thing to do is to subscribe to this channel, which is a great way to support me, and also turn on the notifications so that you are notified either within YouTube, the platform, or you can turn on email notifications. It's been a while since I've done that, so I know there's like a little notification button you can click on somebody's channel. So not just for me, but for anybody that you like to be notified as soon as possible for live videos, for new uploads, all of that. And yeah, that way you're not kind of just sitting around waiting for me, because I don't ever want to waste your time. There are plenty of other videos you can be watching while you're waiting for me to go live. And anyway, so if you're brand new to the Spring Cleaning Challenge, it has been for the month of April. There's a link down below. It's a free challenge you can sign up for. You just enter in your name, your email address, and you'll get access to these daily videos, the recordings of them. You'll get daily emails from me. I have been on a complete roll, probably like never before. And you also get to join a private Facebook group. So this challenge has brought me so much joy, endless joy every single day. I feel like a broken record in the greatest way possible. I just feel like I'm overflowing with joy, and it just feels like this challenge has been so responsible for that. I feel like I'm having aha moments. I have more happiness, less stress, more clarity, more focus. And so many great things are happening. I wanted to start off this video sharing with you how a dream of mine came true today. And it's not a major dream, but it was something that I have always wanted to do that I got to do today. And it was even better than I could have imagined. So I'm trying to think. I feel like there was a few dreams rolled into one. And I also feel like this is such a great lesson of how you never know what things are going to lead to. And I started to talk about this yesterday. By the way, I'm feeling much better. If you saw my video yesterday, I was in bed physically in some pain, and I explained in that video it wasn't anything major. I wasn't sick. It's just something I go through once a month, and it was really great for me to take some rest. And it's so amazing how one day you can be in bed doing absolutely nothing, feeling like you're unproductive, and it's really hard to take breaks for me. And I wrote about this in last night's email for day 20. I keep losing track of what day it is. Is today 26? Wow. Okay. So day 25's email, I wrote about how even though I was in bed resting all day and feeling unproductive, when I actually sat down and wrote out all of the things I did yesterday, I realized that I got a lot done yesterday, despite the fact that it was a rest day. So sign up for the challenge. You'll get that email. It was a great realization for me, and I want to pass on that lesson because I feel like there can be shame and guilt within taking days off, with having sick days or vacations, or just taking a break, even if it's just for a few hours. And especially if you are running your own business, you're an entrepreneur, you're a freelancer, you're working from home, it's oddly sometimes harder for me to take days off than it felt when I worked corporate jobs or was just working a quote unquote regular 9-to-5 job. I didn't like calling in sick back then either, but it was kind of like, you have a certain amount of sick days that you're allotted each year, and depending on your job, you can get paid for those days. So it made sense to take days off. And it's a little tougher when you work for yourself, as I do, because I'm my own boss, which is great. I just often put the pressure on myself to be working all the time, and it's hard for me to not work. So anyways, I then realized that yesterday ended up being very productive. I got a lot of rest. I feel so much more energized today, and I didn't really miss a beat. And then, interestingly enough, last night, late at night, I was invited to a really great dinner again. I want to give a shout out to the people that run this incredible vegan pop-up dinner experience. It's like they're private dinners, but anybody can go. They're high-end dinners. And it has been an amazing experience. I hope you'll follow along on my Instagram account tonight at Eco Vegan Gal, because I'll be doing little stories of it. If you have been following my stories for at least a few weeks, you probably saw the story I did originally. And it's just like this incredible experience and shows that you can have a really high-end gourmet vegan experience. There are a bunch of restaurants now that offer that. But the private dinners is like on a whole nother level, and it's really a great experience. So if that appeals to any of you, I encourage you to do that. And I got invited back again. So I'm going tonight with my assistant and friend Melissa, and I'm going back with my friend Allison. And those are people that I just love spending time with. But anyway, so that was a blessing, right? So even on a day off, I got an opportunity to do something really fun tonight. And today, though, the way that my dream kind of came through, a dream of mine, is I had been really wanting to go to this place called Soho House, which is, what's the term for, a social club. And it's a pretty famous one. I believe they have, I know they have 2 locations in LA, in West Hollywood and downtown Los Angeles. And then I believe in New York as well. I'm a bit ignorant on this. I definitely knew about the one in West Hollywood, and maybe it must have started in Soho, New York. That would make sense because of the name. But I've wanted to go there for a while, and it's this like invite only place. And so I was like, wow, that's so cool. Like, to go there. It's like a place for meetings. People go there to work, and there's kind of like a celebrity hotspot. And I just kind of had this vision of what it was like to go. And lo and behold, I got an invite to go there to have a meeting, which I'll tell you about in a moment. And I was like instantly so excited. One thing I've been tuning into as part of my mental clutter in my life has been to really get clear on why I'm saying yes to things and allow myself to say no to things more often. This is my tenure with Eco Vegan Gal, and it's really evolving into all sorts of amazing things. And one thing that is challenging when you're running your own business, especially when it's like social media involved, is it's kind of like the wild, wild west. There's so many unknowns in this field of what's going to happen, where your career could go, and what opportunities to say yes and no to. And I think that's also a culture in Los Angeles of just being in a town. I think New York is very similar in this, where everyone's kind of hustling and people are really into fame and success and, just getting the opportunities, and it just like builds this kind of cultural feeling of you gotta say yes to everything because you never know what doors are going to open, right? And so I'm trying to find a balance where I'm saying yes to the things that really light up my heart and feel in alignment with myself and my big goals. Because I've lived in LA for 13 years, 14 technically, but minus 1 year when I went to San Francisco, I have just had a lot of experience of what it feels like to say yes for the right reasons, what feels like to say yes for the wrong reasons, and how things can kind of lead to other things. And the truth is that you don't really know. So this meeting that I had today really came from a place I didn't expect. I'm not sure if I should say exactly who it was with, but let's just say it's with some people that were involved with a major social media network platform. And I got involved with somebody that led me to this opportunity last year. I got invited out of nowhere to this like meeting slash what term, like educational session at the headquarters for this big social media network. And I went in. I don't even know how I got invited. I don't know how they found me. They found my account on this social media network and invited me in with a small group of people. And I ended up connecting with one of the people that works at this social network, and that led to a ton of opportunities. So I got involved with a project, a special like beta element of one of these social media networks. If you know much about what I do, you can fill in the blanks with this. And I then got connected through my contact at this social network with somebody else who's doing a different type of project. So I'm just being vague in case there's any like information I'm not supposed to share yet. Anyway, so I wanted to say yes to this opportunity because the person that recommended me for this meeting I had today is somebody that I really value and admire, trust. And then when I heard that it was at Soho House, which is that dream that I've always wanted to go there and experience it, I was like, okay, I'm going to say yes. Even if the meeting, like, it doesn't turn out to be that exciting, like, I get to go to Soho House, right? So it's kind of like, you know, in LA, and I feel like in a bunch of major cities, there are places that you hear about and you're like, wow, if only I could go there one day. Like that Soho House was that for me. And I was just so excited. And it was incredible. It was actually even better than I imagined. Because I had heard it was like the celebrity spot, and because it's an invite-only social club, and I think it's got a high membership rate, and apparently you have to like get people to refer you. Like they try to really curate who goes in there. It's very exclusive, and they want it to feel private so that people can conduct business there and have meetings without like paparazzi or without like, you know, a certain energy. They're trying to have the energy be very professional and very, very private, I guess, in a way. And it's just gorgeous there. I wanted to take a video or a photo, but I just didn't think it was appropriate. I'm not even sure if you're allowed to because of that privacy there, right? But it's at the top of this building off Sunset Boulevard in like the heart of West Hollywood, which is like, if you haven't been to LA, it's this really cool area. A lot of great things happen there. And like there's like, it's in the area where like a lot of the famous clubs are, music clubs and comedy clubs and that sort of thing. It's neat. And so it's at this rooftop overlooking the whole city. It has like at least a 180 view, and there's like all these cool rooms and stuff. And it was just like open and bright, and I just felt so overwhelmed because there were so many people there. And in this, they have like all these little restaurants and bars, and it's just so cool. And the energy there felt amazing to me. And so just going to have that experience was a bit of a dream come true, because the other thing that I'm really focused on right now is like, how can I elevate myself to the next level? And being around very business-minded, successful people is important to me, or accomplished people, I should say, like people that are doing really great things and making things happen and don't have those limiting beliefs holding them back, which is something I've worked so hard on this year so far, and something that's really come a long way for me and just in this month, April. And so I feel like the more that I align myself with that energy and I have that intention of the environments that I want to be in and the people that I want to be in, the more those opportunities start to come. So if anything, this story is just an example of when you have something that you're focused on, when you have a goal, a vision, or when you're just really opening yourself up to great opportunities and letting go of any negativity or limiting beliefs that are getting in your way, so many great things can happen, unexpected things. For years, I've been studying money and abundance and success and high performance. And one of the big things that I hear over and over again from anybody who's coaching or sharing success stories is that the more you kind of trust in the universe, God, higher power, whatever you believe in, and that's any sort of force, right, outside of yourself, the more that you just kind of open yourself up to that and trust and take leaps of faith and then even step back, right? You don't always have to do a lot. In today's meeting, I don't know where it's going to go, but it was incredible. It was a 2-hour meeting with amazing people that are doing great work. I can't wait. I will be able to tell you what they're doing. I don't know how involved I'll be, but it was just a really amazing experience to hear about something that's going to be great for the wellness world and innovative in that sense. that was just wonderful. And it came out of nowhere. And the fact that I have let go of what that experience may be, what might result from that, and just be so grateful that I got to go to Soho House, like that, just saying, yes, like I've always wanted to come here. This is really cool. And it's even better than I thought it was going to be. Like, I tried not to have too much expectation. And so a lot of times when I let go of expectations and let go of fears and really just trust in letting things unfold, as long as they're in alignment with the things that I want for myself and my future, then I find that that starts to draw in the things that I want without me having to work too hard for it, if that makes sense. So that's another of the lesson, right? And, to go from yesterday being in my robe all day, lounging around, taking care of myself, to today where there's 2 events that are happening. That meeting today I had to kind of get dressed up for, and then as soon as I'm done recording this video, I have to go get dressed up for this other event, and it's just like such a contrast. And I wasn't expecting either of those things to happen. And those things happened as a result of people that I met. So the other lesson that I think is a very common story, but just to reiterate it for yourselves, is that you don't know where opportunities are going to lead you. And as long as you feel in alignment with somebody, there's a very good chance that that will result in something else working out for you. In terms of what I mean by being in alignment with the right people, is the more that you kind of gain clarity in your life by clearing out mental clutter, physical clutter, just shaping your life to be a positive space with clear energy, and move out things that are no longer serving you, and leaving space for things that will serve you on a higher level, and get clear on who you want to spend your time with and what you want to spend your time doing, those things will start to fall into place. The more I do that in my own life and my career, the more that just happens, the faster it happens, right? And the more confident I get in myself, the more courageous I feel, the more I let go and just be authentic, those opportunities get heightened, right? So without giving you all these specifics of these experiences, it's really just kind of that general advice for you, and something I've been seeing happen a lot just in this month during the spring cleaning challenge. This has felt like so much longer than 26 days. This feels like an entire year has happened in these 26 days, because I have evolved so much simply through the process of tidying. And I just want to encourage you to explore that for yourself. I can't guarantee results. We're all at different places in our lives. I'm speaking from a place of having a brand for 10 years and doing so much work on myself for many, many years, right? So we're all have different timelines. But what I can say is that you can get results from something as simple as starting to tidy up your life, because it starts to affect you in ways you may not expect. And the other thing I've learned, and one of the biggest lessons I've learned in my career, is consistency is key. I show up and do these live videos for you, even if I'm late, even if I don't feel good like I did yesterday, even if I don't know what I'm going to say. I actually rarely know what I'm going to say, but I show up, I'm consistent with it. I've been consistently tidying, even in the days where I don't feel like it, right? Like, I haven't done much tidying today because I've been out and I'm about to go out again. So it's been a bit delayed, but I've tidied in small ways, and I've been cleaning up, and the more tidying I do it, the easier it becomes to maintain it, and the more I feel so good being here, and the better I feel being in my home, the more inspired I am to do the things that I need to do and I want to do for my life and my business. And that's where this just kind of has this ongoing domino effect. The more focused I am at tidying, today, for example, I started my day by doing some book tidying, which I started the process weeks ago, and I still have more work to do. I have this pile of books over in this section of my home, and one of my goals was to go through each of them and transfer the notes that I've taken physically on the books into digital. So I explained this before, but just in case you didn't see that video, I use this great app, free service called Overdrive, and you can go to that, sign up with your library card, and you get able to get digital copies of almost any book. So I found the digital Kindle version, Amazon Kindle versions of most of the books I have in my collection. And slowly I'm going through each book and looking at the notes I took in the physical copy and highlighting them on Amazon Kindle so that I can pass the book on to somebody else and just have all my highlights in one place. That might not be something you want to do, but I'm a big fan of highlighting books and taking notes so that I can refer back to things I've learned. And that's been the reason I've held on to so many books. Now that I have the digital versions of all my notes, I can pass these books on to other people. And the process of doing that is reteaching me, reminding me all of the lessons I've learned from these books. And I feel like reading is one of the most important things for our self-development and for having more positivity, for taking our lives to another level, of evolving in the ways that we want to. And starting my day by reading, meditating, going through notes, journaling, that process has helped me tremendously as well. So those are a few takeaways. I was hoping to do some tidying, but I actually got to go get ready and leave very soon for the dinner tonight. I hope that you'll check out the footage I'm taking on Instagram, just little stories. So if you go to @EcoVeganGal, you can watch my stories and see the experience. And I think I'm going to bring my DSLR camera tonight, take some nice photos, and maybe I'll share them with you in tomorrow's video. And I want to check in with people who've been watching live. Kaya, thank you so much. And Debbie, who's been listening in the car, I love that. Rachel, thank you so much for your sweetness. Yes, and Evie's back there. Yadi as well, Veggie Lover, Vai. And Kaya said, I'm old-fashioned, I guess, because I like to hold a book and turn the pages. I do too. However, through reading Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, I recognize that having just books sitting around me that I'm not actively reading just feels like it's taking up a lot of space, and I'm really looking forward to having more space in my home. My books were taking up a ton of space, and they felt like they were weighing the energy of my home down. So moving the books out feels great because it's now opening up a lot of space. And as I said, the more space that's open in here, the more room there is for energy and perhaps other things to take the place. Like I'd like maybe to get a plant, or I might even move my plant to this spot where my books have been, or get another plant to go there. I don't know, but that would be so much better than having a stack of books, right? And my space is just not larger for me to relocate the books and have the plant there. And so that's why I'm converting them all to digital. The last thing I wanted to say is I don't know if I kept it on my desk or not. Oh, here it is, right in front of me. I meant to mention this a few nights ago. I have been going through body care and using things like, I can't wait. I'll do a big summary at some point of the products I've been using consistently. Like I have been using this amazing hair mask. My hair looks, feels, and smells so amazing after doing that hair mask yesterday. I'm like tripping out. I will definitely buy more of that. This product I may get again. I'm not sure. I had this as a sample. This is Acure's hyaluronic. How do you pronounce it? I'm not even going to try. Words like that are very hard for me to pronounce, but this is a Plant Peptides Biocellulose Mask. And I've tried a few of their masks. This one was my favorite. I feel like it's a little wasteful. It's got the plastic out here and it's got a couple layers of stuff in it. I personally like the clay masks that you just wet with water. Those type of masks I feel like are more eco-friendly. But this did feel really good. So if these type of masks that you leave on your face, they're this one was like a gel. Oh, it's made from fermented coconut, which I think is really cool. It feels amazing. It's just not my style, even though it felt good. I just don't think I'd do this regularly. But if any of you are into these type of masks, I highly recommend this one. I enjoyed the experience. It's just not one I'll repeat on a regular basis. All right, so I'm going to get going so I can change my clothes, redo my hair, apply maybe a tad more makeup, maybe not. I don't know. I'm trying also to be mindful about whether or not I really, I feel like in LA, there's so much pressure sometimes to look perfect. Sometimes I just want to be a little bit more low key. So I'm trying to decide how I want to dress for this thing. All right, I will see you tomorrow in the next video. I don't think I have any plans tomorrow night. It's possible, so I will do my very best to be here right around 5 p.m. Pacific time. Again, you can turn on the notifications, subscribe to the channel, or just watch the recordings. I love having each and every one of you. Debbie, I do not know the name of the hair mask, but I will. A, I'll be putting it in the spreadsheet of all the products I've been using, and B, I'm going to mention it in another video because I loved it so much. I just don't know the name. It was a tiny little bottle I got as a sample that I'm now obsessed with. So definitely we'll be talking more about that. And hi, Rainbow. Thanks so much for joining. I'm just wrapping things up, and I will see you tomorrow, hopefully doing a little bit more physical tidying. I hope you enjoyed some of the lessons and outcomes I'm sharing with you today. And make sure you sign up for the challenge so that you can get the emails too and the recordings. I love writing the emails every night. So that's one of my favorite things to do these days. Okay, see you tomorrow. I'm feeling a lot better, Rainbow. Thanks for asking. And I wish all of you the very best with your own journeys, your tidying process, wherever you are in your life. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. And thank you for being part of the community and this challenge. Bye.